Well, hello, I'm Nathan Judah. I'm here with Wolves reporter Tim Spiers. One day to go, Tim, until the big game against Liverpool, and you can tell that Paul Lambert is really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I mean, big game for the players, big game for the supporters, but a big game for him as well. He's got great memories of Anfield as a manager, but it's and as a player, but it's him back on the big stage here. I mean, you've got to remember, since Villa, really, he's been out the limelight.
Sure.
I don't think he had a big cup tie when he was with Blackburn, so this is a huge game for him to go and show the country and his old friend Jurgen Klopp, what he's all about and what his Wolves team are all about. So yeah, he can't wait either. Yeah.
Well, that's it. They do know each other pretty well, don't they? It's a nice story, really.
Yeah, I think they did their pro license together back in 2004, and obviously Lambert won the Champions League with Dortmund. Klopp didn't quite manage it as a manager, but no, they know each other well. Lambert spent a lot of time in Germany and with Dortmund when he was out of work before coming back to Wolves. So yeah, he knows him well. Said they might have a German beer together after the game.
Yeah.
Maybe.
What do you reckon? Can you sample a German beer? You had a Bavaria? Is that
German? I don't know where to go with that.
Okay.
So yeah, no, they know each other quite well. So it's a nice little subplot, but he's not getting involved in all that. He just wants to see his players perform on the day and not freeze on the big stage.
Plenty of speculation about Liverpool's team, but let's talk about Wolves' team first, and maybe the goalkeeper is the main question.
Yeah, obviously Carl Hakimi's appeal failed earlier this week, so we believe it's a straight choice between Burgoyne and Lonergan. A couple of question marks over Lonergan's fitness. I mean, he missed the Norwich game last week. He's had a knee injury for a little while. So, he's shown faith in Burgoyne in the past, and I wouldn't be surprised if we went with him.
It's a massive occasion, though.
If there's any fitness concerns over Lonergan, he won't be using one of his subs to bring his goalkeeper off.
Sure.
So I've just got a feeling it'll be Burgoyne, but we'll see. Well, I think he's proved he can handle the big occasion. He's got the temperament for it.
One thing he did say is he's definitely not going to sit back, is he?
No, you wouldn't expect him. Well, what's the point?
Yeah.
What's the point in playing for a 0-0? Like, it's different for Plymouth.
Sure.
They were delighted with getting a replay, and it's different for Wolves. They might as well go for it, like they did at Stoke. Especially with the way that Liverpool are at the moment. I think they're unbeaten at home for a year. Now they've lost 2 games in 4 days at home, which is remarkable, really. Likely to be playing a young team, so crowd are going to be edgy. So get at them.
Do you feel that this defeat in midweek might scupper the plans of playing kids for Liverpool? Do you think we might see a few first teamers in?
I ain't the Liverpool reporter, but I would say, seeing as they've got Chelsea at home on Tuesday, if they've got any aspirations of being in the title race, they've got to beat Chelsea. So that's a huge game on Tuesday. They played late on Wednesday night against Southampton. It's the least important game of the 3. Can you see Liverpool losing 3 games at home in a row? It looks unlikely. But played a very strong team against Southampton. They played a very strong team against Chelsea. So can his players, play 3 games in 6 days at home? He's going to rotate his squad, isn't he? I think we'll see a lot of changes from Liverpool. And
like you say, Paul Lambert will fancy this as well.
Yeah, he will. I think we'll see a lot of changes from him as well. By the way,
from the Norwich game.
Yeah, I mean, perhaps a similar team to the one that beat Stoke. Obviously, Mike Williamson's not involved, and neither's Carl Hakimi. But I think we'll see the likes of Bright come back in. I think Morgan Gibbs-White and Conor Ronan are possibilities as well.
Really? Okay.
Lee Evans maybe come back in. George Saville. We've also got a game at Barnsley on Tuesday as well. That can't be forgotten. It's not quite as big as Liverpool-Chelsea, but it's still a game that Lambert wants to win and will prioritise.
You prioritise that over the FA Cup, you think?
That's what he's been saying. He says the league is always his priority. So.
But do you not think going to Liverpool? Do you think that's the biggest game of the season so far? You think Wolves probably aren't going to make the playoffs this season.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
tell him. Tell him. Put up a word.
I'd play my best 11. Absolutely. Yeah. Also, really hard to leave players out of this one. Some of the lads were gutted not to play at Stoke. So there's a lot of interesting team selection dilemmas all over the pitch. I think we'll see Conor Cody maybe come back in, which would be great for him. Spent 15 years at Anfield. Obviously, no Mike Williamson this time, so he might keep the back 2 the same. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's very hard to predict, as it was at Stoke.
One person who almost certainly won't be playing is João Teixeira, and there's some news on him that broke overnight.
Yeah, so he's off to Forest on loan. They, like Wolves, have got close links with Benfica. Hasn't worked out for him, so he was always one that was likely to go this month. It's taken a little while to sort out, but yeah, Wolves/Benfica have managed to find him another club, so he's off to Forest.
And that'll be it then. You won't see him in a Wolves shirt again, will you?
No, he was only here for the season, so he just hasn't fitted in under Lambert. He said the reason was that Bright, Ian Bakari and Joe Mason are keeping him at the team, so he obviously sees him as playing only in the number 10 role.
Yeah.
And he's third in line, so yeah, there's no room for him.
Incredible fall from grace, really, from the start of the season.
Yeah, it happened quite quickly anyway. Even under Zenga, his performances really tailed off after such a promising start. I mean, he completely bossed that Reading game at the start of the season. And Brentford as well was the other one at home, but he has, his last 2 or 3 appearances, he got hauled off after half an hour against Derby. That was shocking, and then he came on for the second half at Cardiff. And he was well, exactly.
Yeah.
He was just completely anonymous, and no surprises that we haven't seen him in a squad since. I don't think, let alone on the pitch.
He said there might be changes tomorrow, but one person I'm sure all the fans and the general public will want to see on TV is Helder Costa, who's been magnificent this season, and Paul Lambert has spoken today about his future.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what he was going to say actually, but he's confirmed that basically they're in talks, which is, as we reported earlier this week, talks are ongoing. It's all very tentative at this stage, but if they can make the deal permanent, they will. So
it's just crazy, though. I mean, if, and it's still a massive if. I think that must be stated. But if they can get him on a deal, I mean, that's fabulous.
It is. I'd be really interested in the finances involved, because he'll want a bit of money, and he knows that he could go to a Premier League team for quite a lot of money. And do Wolves want to be spending £13 million this month?
Yes.
They've got to be really careful, and this goes completely the opposite to what they were saying a month ago.
But this guy's special, though, isn't he? He's special.
Absolutely, he's special. But if they're just buying him to make a profit in the summer, that's risky, because he could do his cruise shot on Saturday after they pay £13 million for him. Maybe.
Surely he'd get a season. Surely you get 1 season, maybe have some release clauses or something. There'll be plenty of clauses in that contract, sure.
There'll be plenty, and it's a complicated one. And like I said, his wages will be an issue. And he'll want to play in the Premier League as soon as possible as well. So Wolves are looking nowhere near a Premier League team at this moment in time. So if they can get him, great. But if they get him, I hope it's not just to make £4 million in the summer by selling him on. No,
but like Lambert did say, that he plays with a smile on his face and he's happy. He's enjoying his football. And I think that's sometimes really important and probably overlooked from certain footballers. He's a good lad. Paul Lambert likes him. I think maybe he wants to stay at Wolves, which would be great for the club.
Maybe. Like I said, the finances would have to be right. He's already done a lot of money at Benfica. But yeah, he does play with a smile on his face, and he's adapted really quickly to the English game. He's fitted in really well. He's coped with the physical side of it. He's started to cope now with the amount of games that he's having to play as well, and the goals and the assists just keep on coming. I mean, without him, Wolves would be in the bottom 3 still, I think.
And you've got to feel that probably from Wolves' point of view, this is the best time to get him now in January. If it goes to the summer, obviously clubs have got a lot more money, they get paid, they've got all these TV deals. This is the time to strike.
Put simply, no one else can buy him at the moment.
Yeah.
The only way that he can move on is if Wolves agree to it. So if West Ham and Everton come in, as has been reported, Wolves would have to give permission for Benfica to sell him to Everton at this moment in time.
But he still couldn't play for them this season, is that correct?
What do you mean?
If they sign him, could he still go and play this season for a different club?
Well, he's only played for Wolves this season. So,
right, okay. So,
but anyway, that's my point is he's not going anywhere else this month. Wolves obviously aren't going to give permission for him to go anywhere else. So he's theirs to buy if they can afford it and if the finances are right. So, but you've got to stress that. I know everyone's getting very excited, but Wolves are still 7 points off.
I'm excited.
I know you are. Wolves are still 7 points off relegation to League One.
Yeah.
They've spent 14 million last summer. Are they going to spend 13 million now? If they're potentially in League One relegation battle, you've got to be really careful with the finances, financial fair play, not spending above your means.
Sure.
Giving a player $30,000 a week contract or whatever it might be. You have got to be careful on that front. So it's got to be financially right for Wolves.
But then how much do you get for winning the FA Cup? I mean, that's already in the bank.
If he plays, he might even play. You never know with Lambert.
So we're going to Anfield tonight. We'll do a little video tonight. So watch that tonight. I'm sure probably about 6, 7 o'clock we'll have a video outside the gates of Liverpool. And for all the pre-match and post-match reaction, make sure you log on to expressandstar.com.